The spotlight on Todd Doulard as they go down the barrel. A little bobble for Doulard, trying to get the lead away from Stern, and it will be Doulard in front. And now trying to make a bold move to the inside is Nathan Pitko.
Off the turn, it looks like the Shark. Bob Charland with car number 1. Pulls,
Bob
trouble
Charland.
now. We've got a spin. It is Sears who goes spinning. Everybody scrambles to get on by. And believe it or not, Matt, I don't think there was any contact made as Sears' car went literally around like a top.
Well, that was Bob Charland who made a dynamite move. Then Norm Sears got caught up going diagonal on the north and south on an east and west track.
Charland was a little bit weak on the jump, but Doulard quickly takes over the number 1 spot. 3 wide, Matt, as they come off turn number 2.
Wesley Prucker forcing the issue on the inside as he tries to cannonball his way underneath Doulard. Here comes Wesley Prucker, and he gangbusters his way into the lead.
Puleo moves now into the inside.
And Doulard gets the lead back.
And just as we had anticipated, Korner is there. Here comes Doulard, and here comes Charland. Big move to the outside for Charland with the number 1 car. Gathers it back rather impressively off the turn. Here comes Prucker. Here comes JP. And all of a sudden, car number 54, Mikey Flynn. Kyle Rickey called it best. He's threading the needle through traffic as they work their magic. Charland is back in second.
And guys, Brian Narducci on pit road. It looks like a right front flap for Narducci, who came onto pit road just after the drop of the green flag.
And there is nobody to change that tire. So Brian Narducci, he is in spectator country on pit road. An amazing plot development.
Change.
Here comes Charland inside. Charland, he is able to jackhammer his way into the lead.
Bob Charland turning in the performance of his career. The Wicked Motorsports machine is looking just that. Wicked up front, but Doulard keeps digging in as they come off the turn. Meanwhile, down the back straightaway, side by side, wheel to wheel, Charland and Doulard evenly matched as they come off turn 4.
And Puleo trying to get underneath Mikey Flynn. And now it is Prucker to move into third. Battle for the lead. On the outside, hanging tough, Todd Doulard. He is not backpedaling tonight. And Bob Charland, in September, he will be 56 years old. And they are frozen together like twin pops coming off of turn 4.
And Charland, when he owns a business called Wicked Motorsports, he is looking wicked tonight. But here's a bid. Prucker goes down low. Meanwhile, 4 cars contending. Doulard gets shuffled back. Here comes Puleo along with Mikey Flynn. Meanwhile, Amanda West is in the middle of all of this. Back to the stripe they come. Charland is still the leader.
And Mikey Flynn is able to bob and weave his way into the top 3, getting ahead of Doulard. Then it is Puleo trying to pounce on Doulard. At the front is Wesley Prucker. He said he made a mistake setting up the car last week. It cost him dearly. He figured out what was
3
wrong.
wide as they come off the turn. Mikey Flynn trying everything on the bottom. Prucker takes back the number 1 spot. Here comes Mikey Flynn.
There is no question Mikey Flynn is one of the most aggressive drivers in the division. Right now, he is able to... Oh, we have yellow. So a problem on lap number 8.
And it doesn't look... Nope, doesn't look good.
No.
Because we are green.
He will not trust the Modiedz touch. There is Prucker reestablishing himself out in front.
Here comes JP, Jonathan Puleo, with the number 57 machine. Working his magic to the inside. Off the turn, back to the stripe. Puleo is now into second.
Teddy Hodgdon making a move, trying to get under Todd Doulard. That will be a fight for 4th.
Charland still digging hard on the outside. And then it's Noah Korner, another graduate from the Legends division, with Hodgdon working his magic. They are almost 3 wide again as they come back to the stripe.
Noah Korner came close to winning this race 2 years ago, but got involved in a predicament in a melee and didn't finish. Right now, he's going after Charland, and a fireball move by Korner But Charland maintains his third-place perch.
Charland must have ate his Wheaties today because he is really going for the gusto.
I
Here
think
comes
he ate
Hodgdon.
every cereal on the shelf.
Meanwhile, mid up front, third lead change of the event. Will it happen or will it not? Jon Puleo with a little power assist. Jon Puleo on the inside. JP looks racy off turn number 4, and Jon Puleo becomes the brand new leader of the event.
And now it is Korner trying to move into second. So here is Korner underneath the 22 of Prucker. Hodgdon moving into the top 4 as they waltz their way off the corner. It is Jon Puleo out in front on lap number 13.
And who's going? Oh, trouble down the front straightaway. We've got, wow, several cars spinning.
Sears is in the middle of it.
Doulard's car is also involved, car number 16. The 8 car is involved, and the Alexander Burl machine, car number 7, is involved, and the 87 car, we believe, and the 15 machine of Amanda West.
So we see Amanda West, and we see a lot of debris on the track.
The green flag is back out, and Puleo gets a real good run for it.
As Prucker did not come up to speed.
Noah
and getting
Korner.
pitched in behind him was Hodgdon.
Noah Korner moves in quickly into second, and Charland refuses to be left out of the big dance tonight.
And right behind Charland is a guy we were talking about with the fast car, Stephen Chapman.
Look at Teddy Hodgdon.
Boy, Nick Anglace is in the top tier of the field in the white number 10 car.
Now, he started way back in the 18th starting position, so he's doing a pretty good job. Buckeye is also coming on strong, now among the top 4 cars.
And now Hodgdon is made up for getting bogged in behind Prucker and is moved back into the top 3. Right behind him is Mark Buckeye. Buckeye pretty crafty. Here comes Korner. Bold move, trying to take over the lead from Puleo.
Puleo left the door open as they rumble off turn number 4. Back to the stripe, but JP continues to try to hold on. Bottom shot, turn number 1. Here comes Teddy Hodgdon on the outside. Will he give a power assist to Puleo? Puleo takes back the lead. Meanwhile, Korner is right there. Runs to the inside, Matt. Here comes Buckeye as they work their way back to the stripe.
Puleo being hounded and surrounded by Teddy Hodgdon. Also in the picture is Korner. Buckeye doing a good run, and Charland is not quitting tonight. He almost got the 5th spot away from Anglace. As they swirl off the corner, it is still Puleo in command.
There's no question about it. Puleo is showing that he has learned his lessons well in just one season of competition, and it's just the beginning of the season. Meanwhile, here comes Teddy Hodgdon, the graduate. Looks to graduate to the front of the field to take the big money home. Ooh, Noah Korner's car gets a little bit sideways coming off the turn.
And now trying to make a statement on the outside is Stephen Chapman, trying to dance around the one of Charland. Prucker is at the rear of that pack, but at the front it continues to be Teddy Hodgdon, who was able to take the lead away from Puleo. And Teddy Hodgdon, he was a winner at the tail end of the 2018 season, and right now he is the leader of the pack at the halfway point.
Off the turn, deep into turn number 3. As they work their magic back to the line, Hodgdon motors away out in front, but here comes Buckeye.
Now, one driver you might want to keep an eye on, Glenn Griswold. He has fresh rubber tonight, and Glenn Griswold is one of those guys who usually performs well in the second half of the race. Korner trying to keep that number 57 behind him as they bob and weave their way off the turn. Anglace getting a handful now from Stephen Chapman. And all by his lonesome at the front of the field is Teddy Hodgdon. As what a week for him. He graduated from college, and now he is trying to graduate to the top of the field in the Dunleavy's Modifiedz 40-lapper.
There's no question about it as they continue to work and apply pressure a little further back in the field. Chapman is coming to the front of the field. He's down underneath Vinny Anglaise as they work their magic off turn number 4. Down to the stripe they come, and it is Chapman with Charland trying to follow him back through.
2 high school kids battling each other, and Chapman was the winner of that battle against Nick Anglaise. It is still Hodgdon in total control at the front of the field with Buckeye in second. Now Buckeye, he has a lot of finesse. I think if anybody has saved something for the final 15 laps, it would be Mark Buckeye.
There's no question about that. As they continue to run. Meanwhile, Vinny Anglaise drops off the pace. Not Vinny, but his son drops off the pace just a bit with car number 10 for Nick Anglaise. Started back in the 18th spot, and what a good run he's had.
That was Prucker who was able to get there. Then we have Griswold, Norm Sear, another guy who has survived.
Here comes
a lot of
Prucker again,
carnage.
down underneath Charland, and that is the battle.
Well, I think Prucker's car has gotten better here the last couple of laps.
Yep, seemed to come back to life.
Looked like it was in a coma, but it's wide awake now. And the dominant car at the front of the field continues to be Teddy Hodgdon, still a student at Danbury High, even though he has a diploma. Trying to get a diploma tonight, something better than a diploma, a trophy.
Teddy Hodgdon just clicked off on lap number 28, a 19.657.
He
Pretty
goes
impressive
underneath
time.
Alina Bryden. So Bryden, one of the slower cars, and Teddy Hodgdon very effectively went by him. Now he is going after Ed Chikowski. Has to be very careful here. Makes a dive bomb move to get by Chikowski, but things got a little nerve-wracking that time for Hodgdon.
There's no question about it, but Buckeye is coming. He's closing up the gap, and here comes Jon Puleo applying the pressure to the Noah Korner machine.
And Korner has a little more pizzazz as they come off of turn number 2.
10 circuits remaining and counting down. Now down on pit road, car number 2, and that is Paul French.
So Podium Paul in spectator country. But right now, he is watching the battle between his driver, Mark Buckeye, trying to corral the number 55, the Montanari fuel car of Teddy Hodgdon.
No question about it as they rumble back to the line. Buckeye is closing up the gap ever so slightly with a 19.657 against a 19.699. Charland's in trouble. Down on the grass, something has went awry there. Back up to the 3rd spot, side-by-side racing.
And Puleo is back on the podium and trying to, or almost there, as he is trying to get underneath that number 31 of Korner. And look who has made it a threesome for the number 3 position. That is Stephen Chapman. He is within handshaking distance of Jon Puleo, all over the back bumper like bandages on a mummy.
There's no question about it, Matt. They continue to work their magic in the closing laps of this event. Hodgdon has been the dominant force. Buckeye has been the contender. Puleo and Korner have battled lap after lap, and now Stephen Chapman is right there. 5 circuits to go.
And Puleo has tried for about the last 8 laps to get underneath Korner and hasn't made it work. Chapman is along for the ride in car number 14, one of the youngest drivers in the field, having a glittering performance. Then we have Prucker in 6.
Look at Chapman down underneath Puleo with 4 circuits to go. 2 miles left in the competition here.
2 young drivers who are pretty good friends battling it out for the number 4 spot. Prucker is in total control of 6. Then we have Anglaise, but up at the front, Teddy Hodgdon is starting to pull away from Mark Buckeye. So Buckeye gave him his best, and Hodgdon has responded, but slower cars in front. Alina Bryden, one of them. They go double file in front of Hodgdon. Has nowhere to go. Makes contact with Bryden.
And that brings out a caution.
They went double file in front. Hodgdon had nowhere to go, and he wound up getting kicked to the curb.
No question about it. And a lapped automobile became the meat in the sandwich in that one. Here they come. Hodgdon. Slight advantage. Here comes Buckeye. Here comes Puleo again on the outside lane.
Buckeye trying to make a move for the lead.
Bonsai move to the inside. Buckeye comes off the turn. 2 laps to go. Hodgdon is still the leader. Final 2 circuits.
It has turned into a match race between Hodgdon and Buckeye. Buckeye, is he capable of making one more move? And we have trouble for Robert Bloxham. He is in the infield grass.
And the caution flag comes out.
Also, Prucker in Mother Nature Boulevard.
As they come off turn number 4. And it's down to the bottom of turn 1. Hodgdon's car has gotten evil. Here comes Noah Korner to the inside to try to take over second. Deep into turn number 3.
Chapman also on the inside. He is fighting for 4th.
Here comes Korner to try to take over the lead. White flag is out.
And it is Hodgdon on the outside. Barrels his way into the corner. Here comes Korner. Noah Korner down the backstretch. And responding is Hodgdon.
Buckeye scuff the wall. Sparks will fly. Peppers will flare. Here comes Korner. Buckeye loses it around in turn number 4. Noah Korner takes the win by inches over Teddy Hodgdon. What an incredible finish. Now we'll direct our attention to Kyle Rickey in Napa Victory Lane.
Noah Korner picks up the win, becomes the 62nd different winner in the SK Light Modifieds here at Stafford. Your first of, obviously, of the season. You went from 3rd to 1st on the last lap and a half. Bring us through it.
Oh, that was a wild finish. I saw Teddy wash up into Buckeye, and I figured that was my shot, and I took advantage of it. And I guess it worked out. We're on top.
Who do you have to thank? A lot of folks down here.
Oh, there's an unbelievable amount. My father, first and foremost, Mid-State Site Development, H.O. Penn, Canton Napa, Keith Rocco, and you can't forget about Doug Dunleavy, who put on this great event. The amount that he does for modified racing is spectacular.
Ran just 2 races here a year ago, and here you are, 4 races in, top 5 in points, and now in Napa Victory Lane. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Noah Korner, your race winner here tonight in the 40-lap Doug Dunleavy special event for the SK Light Modifieds. Let's hear from our 2nd place finisher, Teddy Hodgdon. He's with John Gates.
Okay, and Teddy absolutely drove an awesome race, man. I know you got some contact there towards the tail end of that feature, and it's just a tough loss, I'm sure, but 2nd place, not bad.
Yeah, I screwed myself going into one there. It was all my fault, and that left the door open for Noah, and he, he made me move the 3, which was fine, and no, it's a big race. I get it, but, we have a lot more races this year, and we know we have the fastest car here, so we're just going to go show them the rest of the year. So, yeah, I show my mark out here, and we're going to do it again.
There he is, man, Teddy Hodgdon. How about some sponsors on that car?
Yeah, I got to thank Monterey Fuel, Keith Walker Racing for the awesome setup today. The thing was a rocket ship. State Cutters, Simpson Race Products, Jim's Welding, Ultimate Restoration. Everyone that came here, my friends Gabe and Ian, Pete, Bob, the Todds. I just have no words. I mean, it's just an unfortunate loss, but everyone else, I forgot to thank Napa, Dunleavy's for putting this on, the fans for coming out tonight. Just thank you.
Car's in one piece, so is the driver. A good piece of running there for the 55 of Teddy Hodgdon. Let's talk to our 3rd place finisher, Jon Puleo. Jonathan doing a good job in that number 57, rookie driver, JP. Good run, 3rd spot tonight, and congratulations. Welcome to the podium.
Thank you. Started a little too tight with all the fuel, and congrats to Noah. He ran a great race. We all raced really tight, really clean. I just got to thank Tick Mike, Mr. Reuter, Race Choice, Big A, Honest John Juice Cars, Gray Bar, Fox and Park, my uncle, Gata, my dad, my mom, everybody. It was just, it's awesome to be up here.
One of the new hot shoes in the SK Lights is Jon Puleo. JP goes 3rd here in the SK Light Modified main event.